Good morning, beautiful souls. Checking in with everyone this morning because so many people that I'm speaking to, and myself included, are feeling lots of different things right now. And when the mind gets hold of that, of what's been going on and what is going on globally, there can be lots of questions from the mind. I don't know if you relate. Let me know if you relate to this as I'm sharing, that the mind's saying, how should I respond to this current situation? Do I feel angry? Shall I protest? Do I speak up? Do I sit back? Do I allow this sadness to overtake me that I might be feeling, this grief? Do I pretend everything's going to be okay? What do I do? Because the mind wants to try and reason, wants to try and work it out, tells you that you should be doing something. And when we're feeling or things are shaking, there are often two ways that we want to go with this generally. One is to hide and pretend it's okay and put the lid on it and go, it's okay, it'll be right, I'm fine, and sit back because we don't want to really feel and we're not sure where that's going to take us. And there's fear in there, of course. And the other end is to fight. Is to stand up and go, this isn't okay. I'm angry about this. I'm frustrated about this. And just to speak up and be really forthright. To go to fight or flight and hide or freeze. Different versions of that, all stemming from a fear of uncertainty and what is going on in the world right now. And all of that is okay. But what if there was another question to really be asking, or a couple of questions to really be asking, and that's what I want to drop into today, because it's okay to feel. In fact, that is the path of knowing how to be, how to act, how to show up for you uniquely, because you have a particular role to play on this stage right now, is to feel, is to not distract, not to suppress, not to get caught up in the mind's whirlpools of trying to work things out, but to allow yourself to really, really feel. And this is harder than one thinks. And I've trained myself to feel and to be, and I give myself time every single day, but there is always a deeper moment. And last night was one of those moments for me to really drop in and go, how am I really, really feeling? And we need tools of profound presence to do that. And when you first feel, you'll get to a surface emotion, and that might be numbness. It might be anger. It might be sadness. But we need to stay with that feeling, because that is not the only feeling. If we want to act from a place of true presence, which is love, and that's where I want to act from, and I believe we all need to be moving towards that, rather than a place of fear and anger and reaction, or fear and suppression and everything will be fine, let's just wait this out. If we want to come and act only from a higher place of love, then we have to still be with the uncomfortable feelings. You can't just jump straight to love, otherwise you are pretending that you are in love, because this is a shake for us all. So just let that land for a moment. How have you been feeling? And have you been trying to quickly move that to love and acceptance and everything's okay? Or have you been getting stuck in numbing? Or have you been getting caught up in anger and sadness? And all of that's okay, but we need to see it. And we need to really create quality space and presence and time to drop into that feeling. And not just have it as a mental thought of I feel this, but to really feel it in your whole body. Because then and only then are you in a position to ask, what is underneath that? What is underneath that? And to feel that, and to keep going slowly and compassionately with what is underneath that and what is underneath that. And this takes courage. It takes presence, because presence is love, and non-judgment, to keep diving underneath those emotions, to get to the completeness of what that is, the essence of what that is. And when we witness ourselves in presence, the end result of that diving underneath is always a sense of oneness, compassion, and love. And it's only when you really feel that land, having gone through all the other layers and feeling those, allowing them to be, that you can be the alchemist of transforming your emotions and those feelings into love. You can't bypass that. You can't just jump it. It happens a lot in the spiritual and personal development worlds. We want to bypass into, I'm just love and light. But that is negating the human experience of feeling and doing ourselves a disservice, because we are here as human beings to alchemize, to transmute emotion, and we have to really deeply feel, because we all have our own stuff and we're all feeling into the collective right now. And so when you can dive underneath and really, really tune into this essence of oneness and compassion and love, then you can feel the arising of a divine impulse of how to act. And then it may be to protest, to speak up, to sit back. But whatever it is going to come from this pillar, this center of compassion and love, and maybe righteous anger. I don't even want to say anger because it's transmuted from anger, but action, need to act or not. But it'll come from that place, a higher place, rather than the mind saying you should because this looks bad or good or whatever. We need to transcend this duality of what we think is good and bad. And the only way to do that is to keep diving underneath those feelings and to come to a place of oneness and compassion. And like I say, you cannot bypass that. You have to feel that and dip underneath all those layers. Then when there is no more duality, you are just feeling the impulse of how to be, how to act in the highest, how to fulfill your role on this stage right now without adding fuel to the fire of duality. This is good, this is bad, this is pain, this is joy or pleasure. And then you know you're acting in the highest for all. And this is a courageous path, my friend, to really feel and know that those feelings won't overwhelm you. And trust me, they won't overwhelm you if you learn how to be fully present with yourself. And that is a process in itself. And if that's not something that you have much experience in, or you have learnt to only stay in the upper energy centers, say of the heart and the head, which are very light, very airy, to really alchemize in this work, to really be able to transmute and transform, we need to combine these upper energy centers. We need to connect them with the lower energy centers and be in our center, in our pelvic center of true feeling. This creates the safety and the anchor and the container for the heart to release and to feel, to dissolve our own bindings from our own past that are all caught up in this collective consciousness of what is happening in the world right now. And so if that's sort of new territory for you, or you would love to really learn how to go deeper into that because you feeling right now that you are on the brink of something far greater for you, or you're just not quite sure how to navigate it, you're not quite sure how to do that, there's confusion or dullness or fear, or you know that there's a bigger role for you, but you're not sure on what that is, then do reach out to me. I have some experience in this area, a lot of experience in this area. And this is the work that I do with women, helping them to really understand their bodies, their energy, how to be present with maximum life force, dissolve the past, the fears, the doubts, the things that keep hijacking you, keep you caught up in the whirlpools of the mind, stop you really fulfilling your highest potential. This is the journey I've been on for the last 15 to 20 years, through my own pain, through my own burnout, through bringing up my kids, through expanding my business. And it's the one that I now work with women in my Be a Beacon program. So if you are looking for a community of women that are on this path of enlightenment in a very practical and spiritual way, then do reach out to me. We have some intro events coming up, and if they don't suit you, you can just jump straight in October to a level that we're working on there. So if it's something that you feel a call towards, just PM me or pop a message for more info, and we can organize a time to chat. So I hope that has landed for those that need to receive this today. And have a beautiful day. Have a great weekend. Blessings to you.